All right, we are back at the man cave. How you guys doing? Got a little few videos for this weekend. Before I get started, I'd like to say thank you everyone for joining in and showing up. Thank you for all the likes and the views, and please don't forget, hit that like button on out the door. Subscribe, share, all that wonderful good stuff, and thank everyone that has supported me, sent in tips, sent me some money for coffee. I appreciate it because I got to get up and work, and then I got to come here and work. I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. So we got a few videos for you today. A few videos about marriage and other things from a perspective. It's actually going to be very interesting. Heavy chested. So let's get started with this video.
Why do husbands struggle to open up to their wives?
This is very straightforward because when they do open up to their wives, a lot of men experience her turning it around on him and using it as an excuse to attack him. It becomes exclusively about how him sharing his emotions affects her. It's a terrible dynamic that I see playing out over and over and over again. But what men need to understand is, fortunate or unfortunate, good or bad, when you express emotions in a way that indicates you are not in control and you're being overwhelmed, it makes her feel unsafe. And this can come across as selfishness. So a healthy tip to understand when you're trying to open up to your wife, stating your emotions to your wife rather than displaying them is a much more effective way to get the love and support and nurturing that you should get from her, that she should give to you, and that you need. For more healthy tips like this, check out my past content.
Now, while I don't 100% disagree with him, no. I think it's sad that we have to do things in a specific way to help women get over the fact that you have emotions. I mean, think about it. You have a man. You're a man. You're human. You're human beings. We all have emotions. We all have feelings. We all have things that bother us. We like people to talk to. I shouldn't have to explain it in a specific way. My feeling, mind you, I shouldn't have to explain my feelings to you in a specific way so that you feel more comfortable. You saw the video of this chick where the guy was saying everything correctly, and she was like, "You said everything right, but you didn't. If you were nicer about it, Egg would be able to accept it." No, this is the harsh truth, bitch. This is what you're getting. This is the truth. You want things handed to you. You want to be able to say, "Okay, I want you tell me the truth. Just say it a little bit softer, a little bit softer now, a little bit softer now, a little bit softer." A little bit something to the point that you're not hearing it. That's what they really want. When you want to express your feelings, and do I have the privilege or the pleasure to say, you know what, if you just say it in a different way, I'll feel better about it? No, I have to listen to your nonsense all day long until you won't shut the hell up about it. And if I don't even respond to it the proper way, you lose your mind. The problem is that we have spent way too many years cradling women and coddling them to the point that they don't understand that we also have feelings. See, they like to always go say we have emotional intelligence because we're emotional. When actually men actually have just a little bit more emotional intelligence. If anything, women have irrational emotional intelligence. It's random, it's violent at times, and doesn't make any sense. But then again, they live in their own reality, so it's totally fine. And for all the women that don't like me, I'm not talking about all women. I'm talking about a specific group of modern women. And if you're bothered by what I'm saying, chances are you're a modern woman. And that's okay, because here at the Man Cave, we don't care. I'm not here to hate women. I'm here to wean men off of the reality of what modern women have become. There are women who can work, go to school, still be traditional. And then there's the rest of you who choose not to. And sit around and say, yeah, I wish guys would just express their emotions and feelings that they're going through the way I want them to. Let that sink in.
Women will say all kinds of stuff that's completely disconnected from reality. For example, a woman will say,
I want a man that's vulnerable, that just opens up to me.
the second a man unbirds himself on a woman, she loses respect and attraction for him. Or a woman will say,
No, all I want is a nice guy. I want a guy that just treats me like a princess and takes care of me and is a really good guy.
the second they get the nice guy, they drop him for the dirtbag. Or you'll hear women say, baby, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Trust her when she says you're wrong. Like, she's not fine. You have to trust what she's doing. What is transpiring with her body language? Too many guys take women at face value. A woman will say, I want this, or this is how I feel, and they will operate on that because that's how we are as guys. We use our words to communicate, not our emotions. If you want to have an effective relationship with a woman, as a man, you have to learn this. This is vital that you learn. Never trust what a woman says, trust what she does. If what she says aligns with what she does, then you can trust what she says. But if that is not happening, you always follow the body language. You got to recognize that women are going to communicate with their emotions and men are going to communicate with their words. You can take a man at his word because he's going to say what he actually thinks and feels most of the time. You take a woman at her emotions, which means you watch what she does because her emotions will dictate how she acts 100% of the time.
Facts. Nothing but facts. He's right. Their word means jack squat. Come on. Half the time, majority of the time, their vowels mean jack squat. You can have, like, say, until death do us part, and then at the end in the courthouse, they're like, well, I don't feel happy. If she doesn't want to touch you and she's bothered by the things you say and looks for reasons to fight with you, guess what? She's probably got somebody else. Someone that touches her the way she wants to, makes her feel like she can be swept off her feet. What other words do they use? I want to feel alive. All that nonsense. And they do this because they will go to whatever makes them feel better. Let it sink in, guys. Feel better. Because that's what it's about. When a woman says, when my wife says, like, hey, babe, you okay? I'm fine. I say, okay. I'm not going to get into this whole back and forth thing where I try to break it down. I already know this. Like, okay. And I'll let you do you, and I'm going to go to the gym. And then when you're ready to speak like an adult, more power to you. Let's do it. But all that other things that men put way too much effort in, because we as men, we want to fix things, right? We want to fix things and make things better, and it doesn't always work out that way because women don't work that way. They want to fix things when they're ready, or they want it fixed already. If it's not fixed already, they want to have it fixed, and then it gets into this whole nonsense. You guys are going to waste your time, your breath, your energy, and probably your life trying to fix something that a woman broke. Don't listen to their words. Listen, watch their actions. That's where you're going to learn everything you need to know because their actions are going to tell you everything. A woman can say good morning to you and smile a few times for a little bit, but that's all the energy she has. Her whole body language shows that she's bothered by what you do, and all you got to do is watch her. If you work with her, if she's bothered by something you do, just watch her. She can say hi, good morning, all this other stuff, but then become very distant later because it's too much energy and too much effort to keep up the charade long enough for you not to catch on. Smart men will realize that women can only put that crap out of their butt for so long. You don't have to ask them, but know that they obviously are bothered by something you do. Don't listen to anybody. Listen to your instincts. That's the most important thing. All right, we got one more video for you today. I think we got it going on. Let's see what we got.
So I want to talk about why men of this generation are scared of women. And
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I think it has to do with a bunch of reasons, and I'm going to go into it. But number one, dating apps has made it so that men do not have to risk anything to go on a date with women. Back in the day, you used to have to at least go to a bar and risk rejection in front of your friends or embarrassment or any sort of thing like that. Now it's just guaranteed. Men can go on an app and just swipe, and if you match with them, they know that you at least have interest in them, so there's literally no risk. Second, I think that people having...
Well, you can honestly say that dating apps have actually been ruined by women because that same notion is women swiping left without getting to know any of these guys. It's not really a threat or a danger. Like, it doesn't make anything easier because if you're not the top tier guy, and I'm actually going to do a video about that, most women will just pass by you. So it doesn't really matter. See, what you're thinking is, and because women don't ever get specific. We here at the Man Cave, we're very specific. I tell you modern women, I tell you specific women, I tell you between what type of race of women. I'm very specific for certain things. Why? Because I don't want to be like most people who sit out here and go out and just make a generalized statement that represents all groups, but I didn't say all. No, I'm very specific when I talk about a specific group, and modern women have ruined dating because basically they go and swipe through until they find something that looks good enough, but they are so used to so many men going after them that they are nitpicking every little itty bitty thing. And then they're shocked that the guys that they do end up with, who are the top tier guys, ghost them.
Phones and girls always recording things definitely scares men, because they always think that like a girl is going to record them and call them a creep. Men are so terrified of being called creeps. I think it's like one of the things that they fear the most. They never want to be that creepy guy, and now in this generation everything's recorded and put on TikTok, so they're scared about that. And the third reason I think men are scared of women is because they just don't have motivation due to pornography and things like that to even go on dates, and they're so scared of being like called a creep or getting like accused of something that it's easier for them to just stay inside. I'm not saying this is an excuse, and men, you need to get out there and get over this, but I'm just explaining why I feel like men truly are scared of women in this generation.
Okay, so with that all said and done, let's just put this on the screen for all the horny boys in the man cave. Yes, men are turned off by the fact that there are too many women that are trying to get internet fame from trying to make men look bad on the internet for approaching them. I'm not going to say what specific group, but that was a known thing to embarrass men who wanted to approach them. So men stopped approaching that type of group of women, and they want to go online and complaining. The problem is that women ruined it. She won't say it directly. And mind you, this whole eye candy thing of purposely making her boobs shake. We know she has big boobs. Got it. But she's doing it for eye candy. Just look at her videos, 56,000 likes. And it has, and you look at the comments, a whole bunch of horny guys that could care less about what she's saying or what she's looking for. She's not saying anything that anyone in the man cave or in the manosphere or whatever the hell you want to talk about has already said. We already know this. The fact is that men are turned off because they're tired of what they're getting with. What you have as for a collection of women is just not worth it. The women that you have here, and there's a lot of women in this country that we have, are not worth it. It's pointless. It's useless. It's a worthless of nothing. And they destroyed it. They've ruined their own chances of being happy. Dating apps are garbage unless you're the top tier guys. And those top tier guys have a collection of other women at your level, if not better. So men gave up because it's pay to play. Not to mention that the dating apps purposely make you seem like someone likes you to get you to pay for a subscription. And then the person doesn't get back to you. Now, a lot of it, sometimes it can be actually involving that the woman is talking to multiple people, which is definitely highly ick. However, the computer makes sure that it makes you seem like there's people wanting you, that pay to play. That's why dating apps has gone completely wrong. And it's sad because I used to love dating apps back in the day when I was single. And now you look at it and it's just like, nobody wants to pick you. It's all fake people. They disappear. They talk to you in the beginning, and then they disappear. And what's the point of staying? You want to stay and go to an app where people are just continuously passing you by and you're wasting your money? Or you can go overseas and find someone better. Personally, the latter. Men are just going overseas and they're tired of dealing with the nonsense here. And that's why I say I'm not against marriage. I'm not against dating. I'm against dating in this country. I'm definitely against marrying in this country. Because until things change, men should stop giving their money to people who will abuse them and take them out of house and home.